The Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's Murfreesboro on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, and streaming at WGNSSports.com.
Prentice Alsop Heating and Air Coaches Show, brought to you by the law offices of John Day, providing superior legal representation to injury victims and their families. Find out more at johndaylegal.com. Time for us to talk about the Lady Rockets of Rockvale. The head coach, Perry Lyons, joins us this morning. Coach, how are you?
Good morning. How are you doing?
Doing great. Are you in a gym, going to a gym right now? I know it's usually Saturdays are pretty busy, and, well, every day is busy during basketball season.
Yes, sir. I'm actually, no, we're in Knoxville with my older daughter. She signed with Johnson University, and they have a official visit up here today, and so we're out here at the softball field.
Oh, how about that? Yeah, it's that season too. This is the first year, I guess, you've had to juggle both. How is that going for you?
It's going really well. To be honest, you have to lean on your assistants. I have Coach Joe McHenry and Brooklyn Ott. They're running the softball right now. From what I'm hearing good things about it. So,
well, good.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say that you have some awesome basketball assistants as well. I really enjoyed a few weeks ago having the chance to talk with them. They're a hoot, and they are Perry Lyons fans. Let me tell you.
Well, I tell you what, you're only as good as your assistants, and I feel like we have some great assistants. They do great with the girls. Really love having them be a part of the staff. Well,
I think the mentality of people who are cut out of the similar cloth, like a coach or like me, radio person, you want to try to do everything yourself, and you just can't do that at the level that you need to, and that's why you got to have good people around you, huh?
Yeah, when I was younger, I tried to do everything about myself, and you just can't. Like you said, you have to have good help, and you have to delegate, and you have to have people that you can trust. And with both staffs, I have people that I can trust, people that know what we're trying to do and how hard we have to work. And like I said, on both softball and the basketball staffs, they're doing an excellent job with the kids.
Well, let's talk about some of your recent games. I have your record at 17-8 and 4-2 in district play. I think that's pretty close. Last night, big win over Siegel, 73-25. And when you are scoring in the 50s, 60s, 70s, you're getting a lot of offensive production. So maybe talk a little bit about a few of the girls who have been playing well for you.
Yeah, we everyone, it's not a secret. We like to press. We like to trap. We like to run. And it's a lot of fun for the fans. It's fun for the girls. So we had a couple of girls that got out and ran pretty good last night. Jade Watson, I thought played phenomenal last night. She let the game come to her rather than trying to force it. She's young. Sometimes she forces things. Last night I thought she did a good job of that. Amaya Nash also joined in, was a double-digit scorer. She was able to get downhill and get to the basket. We're good when we get paint touches. I don't like to shoot a lot of threes, but I tell them to shoot threes, but don't rely on it. So when we get paint touches and get into the paint, we're really tough.
It's a much more high percentage shot when you can shoot a shot in the paint 4 or 5 feet away from the basket versus a three-pointer, isn't it?
And kids, everybody's in love with the three-point. I get it, and it's okay within the game, and you got a rhythm going, and you get your feet set. There's things to it instead of just, chunking it up there. You got to be ready. And we talked about that at halftime. Let's get our feet set, look to get some transition threes, but we don't want to live by a three. So I thought they did a good job of that last night of getting both, three-pointers, mid-range, and to the rim. You got to get all three phases, to win a game.
Yeah, I was talking about this last night. For instance, I mean, the best shooting teams are going to shoot, 35% from the three-point line. And, I was telling John during the broadcast last night there was a foul on a three-pointer, and the three didn't go in, and so you're fouling on a shot that's maybe 33% versus putting somebody at the free throw line for three free throws where you maybe shoot 70-80%. And
that's correct.
And that has to be one of the most frustrating things as a coach when that happens.
It is. We always tell our kids to work inside out, meaning going through Kyler Crawford or Janai Nelson, whoever's in the post at that time, Aiden Wilkerson. We put them all in the post. But we want to work inside out, and then once we get the ball in, establish that, then maybe go outside. But that kind of hurt us the night we played Oakland. I think we shot 27% on the field, and we chunked up too many threes. That's what I saw on film.
Yeah, when you put it all together, that can be the case. Well, that's the next game I wanted to talk a little bit to you about. You've had some real battles with Oakland. We did the game that was at Oakland, and you had to battle and pulled out a nice road victory there. But I said during that broadcast that these two are going to be locking horns quite a bit this year, and it turns out that they got you at your place.
Well, here's the deal. It doesn't matter who it is, Oakland, Riverdale, Siegel. When you play in our district, everyone can beat anyone, and that's just the way it is. Rutherford County, Murfreesboro schools, they're highly competitive. You have to respect every opponent, and anyone on any night can win. So, yeah, they did a great job. So we tell our kids to move on to the next one.
Well, Jade had a really good game in that Oakland game. She had 24 points in that one. But Jade is kind of I guess she's kind of the one that you need to be consistently in double figures, don't you?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that. We got 4 or 5 girls that can score. Jade's growing up a lot. She's starting to accept tough coaching, and I think she's starting to turn the corner. And when the tournament starts, I think she's going to be fun to watch.
I mean, she has played well, and just the growth from seeing her earlier in the season to in the last few weeks, it's like a totally different player. And
people got to remember, it's a sophomore you're talking about.
Yeah.
And maturity mentally kicking in. In practice, I'm starting to see some maturity kick in. As compared to, when she was a freshman. And she doesn't have to feel like it's always on her shoulders. She got, a senior with Aiden Wilkerson that can score. You got Cadence Thomas that can score, Amaya Nash, Kyler Crawford. We got a lot of kids that can score. So any given night, it just depends on what night it is. Any 5 or 6 of those kids can score.
Yeah, Raymond had double figures for you in the went over Riverdale as well. So you're getting the offensive production there, and this is an interesting week for you because really your seeding is still kind of up in the air because you've got Blackman and Riverdale still left.
Man, we have a tough week coming up with Blackman and Riverdale. Like I said, I respect both teams. Very well coached. They both get after it. One thing I was proud about our team last night is that we stayed out of foul trouble. We learned how to play defense without getting in foul trouble, and I think that's going to be a really important component going into the district tournament. Learn how to play defense by moving your feet, and staying out of foul trouble. And last night, when we stayed out of foul trouble, we showed we're pretty tough.
That's a little bit of something that you've had to battle through at times this year. So that's obviously going in the direction that you need it to as a coach, right?
Yeah, we emphasize. I've put towels in their hands and not let them use their hands because in the summertime, Brian, I'll be honest, they let a lot of things go.
Mm-hmm.
So our girls were really physical and aggressive in the summertime, and they don't realize. Hey, I did that this June. I said, well, no, you can't do that. I said, they kind of just getting you through the play days and letting you play a little bit. I said, we've got to be smart, but also be aggressive, but be smart with it,
Sometimes, though, games are called tighter than others, and you've got to just realize that, hey, I'm something that I got away with on Tuesday is not going to work on Friday, and sometimes that's not a thing that clicks with kids until they pick up their second or third foul real quick.
We actually talked about that in practice. You have to adjust to the referee. The referee's not going to adjust to you. And we talk about that. The referee, that's Jade Watson. I'm not going to call that foul. No, that's not how it works. I was like, you got to adjust. Are they calling it tight? Are they letting you play a little bit? You know, you got to realize that. And I think our girls, I really want to applaud them. Last night they adjusted to the reference, and they grew up. And if they can mature like that, I think it's going to be a fun tournament. Well,
Blackman is at your place. Have you already had senior night, or is Tuesday senior night?
No, sir. We've already had senior night. Blackman's coming in on Tuesday. They're undefeated. Best team in the district, you know. I mean, they're a hard team to compete with. So hopefully we can try to give our best.
And then on the road at Riverdale, so your last home game before tournament play starts is on Tuesday night. But you get to play the entire district tournament at your place, and I know that starts on the 18th, and it's going to be a busy week at Rockvale. You got to have a lot of help to get that pulled off.
It's going to take a lot of help, a lot of community, a lot of parents. You guys will be there. It should be a great atmosphere for the county, man. I'm excited about this tournament, being able to host. Also, like you said, we go to Riverdale on Friday, another tough opponent. We never overlook anyone. Mm-hmm. Everyone in our district can play. I mean, they're great coaches, great teams, and we just worry about ourselves, worry about Rockvale and getting better as Rockvale, you know.
Well, there's going to be a lot of basketball because you're hosting part of the TMSAA too, right?
Yeah, the state tournament starts the 14th and 15th, next Friday and Saturday. So you have the best 8 middle school teams coming in. And I think they're narrowing it down. It should be smaller than that. I know my daughter played, my middle school daughter played a couple of weeks ago. And so I think maybe Blackman, Oakland Middle were playing someone to get to the state. I don't know if they made it or not, but yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a busy time over at the Rock here the next few weeks, and we look forward to coming out and seeing you. Perry, good luck next week, and I know we'll see you here in the next few days and tournament times here.
Thank you, and y'all have a great, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
All right, sounds good, and enjoy that trip up there today. That's pretty special. Perry Lyons joining us, the head coach of the Rockvale Lady Rockets on the Coaches Show, brought to you by my bank, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. If you're looking for a hometown feel with your bank, turn to First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, offering full-service banking and mortgage services.
Quick, convenient, efficient.